Karibuni sana to another episode of the African Diary. And being on a Monday, how was your weekend? How did you get to spend your weekend? Also, feel free to interact with us and tell us how did you get to spend your weekend, and also what were you doing during this particular weekend. Karibuni sana once again. My name is Katie, and in case you're joining us for the first time, do remember, this is the African Diary Show, or this is the African Diary Show where we got to discuss what is happening in the entire continent of Africa, and also we discuss the problems that are faced by the Africans right here in the continent. Also, do remember to join us on the on our website, that is www.blackhorsefirenetwork, and then you log in, create your own profile, and feel free to interact with the rest of the family over there. That is Banner Boy over there, and the jam is science. This is one of the jams that are featured in the new album, that is Love Damini. Hope you did get to jump into it as we're getting into the Monday vibes, and I hope you're not having the Monday blues. Anyways, karibuni sana as we get to jump into this jam, and also feel free to interact with me. Tell me, how is your day coming along during this particular Monday morning on your side? Last.
My life
Yes, and before we start officially, I always got you, and I always have a motivational quote of the day for you. And the motivational quote of the day today goes this way: Let's go of every thought that isn't pushing your mind in a positive direction. And is simply talking about positivity. And always, we've been talking about positivity for the longest time here. And always, push your mind to think about positive things, and also keep away from those friends who always think about negativity, or who are always about negativity, because the goal is being positive. And always, when you follow your positive mind, or you have whenever you have positive thoughts in your life, everything positive will come to your way, or on your way. But anyway, also, if you have a motivational quote of the day, feel free to interact with us, or share with the rest of the family under the comment section, and we shall appreciate for that as we get into jam and to this Banner Boy jam. Yes, today our main focus will go to Congo, Democratic Republic of Congo, but also we shall hint on whatever is happening in every other country in the African continent, and also we shall hint about something to do with the Kenyan election. Do remember we have 2 weeks we have 2 weeks to the elections, and right now they are hits, and also we have propaganda that are circulating on the media about the coming election. We shall be here to discuss more of that about the Kenyan election, and also we shall be discussing what is happening in South Sudan, or in Sudan. Last week we talked about Sudan. It had clashes. This time I'm not talking about the ethnic clashes they have, but also it's something not positive to report, but we shall get into details about that. Also, do remember in Ghana they say that they have one case of the Marburg virus. They have discovered a case of the Marburg virus, but we shall get into details about that later as we carry on. Also, we shall go to Nigeria. We always have news and updates from Nigeria, because Nigeria is one of the biggest country in the African continent, but also it has Nigeria is the worst country to live in, and also the level of the corruption in Nigeria is very worse, and it is not a safe place for you to be in, especially right now. But also we shall discuss what is happening in Ethiopia. Yes, during the weekend we had the athletic championship, and we saw our Kenyan participate. We saw so many people participate. We had the Ethiopia, we had even Uganda, we had Kenya, and we had so many countries participate in the African continent. But we shall get also into details about that. But that is sports, and today I'm willing to give you even the news and updates of the sports. But karibuni sana, this is Banner Boy, and the jam is last. Last. Now everybody go chop breakfast. Yes, welcome back, family. And in case you're joining us for the first time, do remember to hit the www.blackheartfirenetwork.com and log in, create your own profile, and we shall appreciate for you doing that. Also, do remember you feel free to interact with us. We are live and interactive on our media handles. That is on Instagram at Black Heart Fire Network. We are on Twitter at Black Heart Fire Network. Also, we are on Facebook at Black Heart Fire Network. But starting off with the news and updates I have for you. For today, we shall start with this news and update about the South Sudan. And last week, I was talking about the clashes that were happening in the South Sudan, and we saw the governor of that region or the country say that they are working. They are working very tired. They are working tireless. Sorry. Hiyo jina imekataa kutoka. Yeah, that's one. They are working towards solving this matter of clashes, ethnic clashes in that region. But I've not heard about they've not. Actually, right now we have no reports or news and updates coming from that country saying that they are able or they were able to resolve their conflict. But about South Sudan today is about people who are displaced long time ago, about 6 months ago, because we also had some ethnic clashes in that region that were not good at all, and so many people ended up being displaced. And right now they are saying that several people have died and about 80,000 others have been displaced from their homes in the last 6 months. And yeah, this is caused due to these ethnic clashes every day, because I told you that these ethnic clashes happens between two different communities, and you'll find that these communities, whenever they fight, they don't even fight a small war. They come burning people alive. Like they come at the time when you're sleeping, they come and burn your heart down. And do remember these people, they are nomadic pastoralists. So most of the time, you find that their houses are thatched with grass, and then on the sides, these are wood. They are made with wood and maybe cow dung. So most of the time, you find they live in manyatas, they live in huts that are thatched with grass, and most of the time that's why you find that they are very easy to burn. So in South Sudan, there are so many people who have been displaced due to these ethnic clashes, and they are saying that several people have died and about 80. I do remember on last week, it was on Friday, I reported about 150 people being dead during that clash. And right now they are saying that several people have died and about 80,000 others have been displaced from their homes in the last 6 months. Following an surge of conflict in South Sudan, Tambura area, located in western Equatorial State. And their green fertile lands are now abandoned and untilled. Since the outburst of violence, the United Nations mission in South Sudan and MIS has been conducting regular patrols in the area while also providing protection for the thousands of the displaced civilians. And besides helping the to de-escalate violence, the patrols also monitored and reported on various happenings on the ground. And it is very sad seeing so many people being displaced, and the government still is saying that we are working towards coming down the wall and cooling the way of living in those areas. But we've not seen them doing anything, because most of the time you find that these clashes, they happen in every year. We must report that ethnic clashes are happening. But it is very sad. And I see K. Williams, you're saying good day to you too, brother. How are you doing today? And how's your day coming along? And moving on, continuing with that news and update, they're saying that now that some relative peace in now that there is some relative peace in the area, some internally displaced have returned to their homes only to find destroyed farms and looted and burnt homes. And MIS hopes that a durable peace can be attained in the area, and and that all the displaced people can return to their communities, said Guan Kong, the Deputy Special Representative of the UN Secretary General for Political Affairs in South Sudan, who was on a visit to Tambura. And low intensity violence driven mostly by intercommunal clashes has continued in South Sudan despite a peace deal that ended large-scale fighting in 2019. It is a very big shame to find that these people fight, like the government is not doing anything, and we've known. Okay, on this matter, I shall not even include or involve the government. We know that it is. I don't know why these communities keep on fighting. These people are nomadic pastoralists, or sometimes they do farming. I don't know what is wrong with you coming to graze your cattle in my farm, because you know this is my farm and you're not supposed to bring your cattle to graze on my farm. And this is what erupts the fight. Some people don't respect other people's boundary, and this is what happens in Africa. So many people want to get in your life and they don't respect you totally. They don't want to respect your boundaries, and that's why you find so many African people are fighting just because of something that you could have done and miss the whole drama or the whole clash. But in Africa, people don't want to respect each other's boundaries. But not all Africans. Do remember this happens in the northern parts of Kenya and also in South Sudan, where you find that the people living there are nomadic pastoralists. I.C.K. Williams will say, when will Africa wake up all those little kids? Damn shame. It is very shameful to be reporting every time that the people are fighting, and it is not a good thing. Yeah, it is very shameful that to keep on repeating the same thing that African people have been fighting. They are continuing to fight, and the Mzungu is always happy when they see us fighting, because the country is becoming disabled, or also they are destabilizing the country by bringing this fight on. But these fights, they are not even brought by the Mzungu. We are bringing these fights to ourselves, because if we are able to respect other people's boundaries, we could not be bringing these clashes or ethnic clashes. But I think it is upon the elders or the leaders from those sides to talk to those people, and I don't know if they are willing to listen, because if they are not, we will be reporting all these clashes every time they happen, because these people must learn to respect each other. But you find that these people are not even willing to listen to you. They don't even want to hear that you're telling them respect each other. They don't find it a good thing to respect each other, and that's where we go wrong in Africa. But anyway, family, still on Sudan, and this is the other Sudan, right? This is the other Sudan. Sorry, and in Sudan right now they are hit by flood, and this is in Darfur. And they're saying that floods are triggered by seasonal torrential rains in Sudan's western Darfur region killed at least 7 people, including children, according to the UN and the aid group on Sunday. And also, it is not a good thing to be reporting such calamities happening to our people and people dying. And they're saying that it is said that at least 100 houses in camps for displaced people collapsed or were partly damaged. According to the UN Office of the Coordination of Humanitarian Affairs, about 6,250 people have been affected by heavy rains and flooding in the provinces of South Kordofan, White Nile, and Kassala since the beginning of the rainy season in June. And Sudan's rainy season usually lasts until September. So imagine the damage that would be caused before September reaches. And sometimes I accuse government for this, and also the people, because they don't even they are not even prepared for these calamities. We know these calamities happen, and we're not prepared for them. Like we stay there, we know this will happen. Come this season, we shall be having rainy seasons, and we shall be experiencing flooding because it has been happening. So we should be ready for this. But African people, we're never prepared for anything. We just stay and wait, or keep like we just stay there and wait for the worst to happen. And this is why you find that these calamities hit us every time, and we feel the heat because they are hitting us very bad. But they are saying that last year, flooding and heavy rains killed more than 80 people, and in that had tens of thousands of houses across the country. It is very shameful to be reporting such calamities hitting African people while we know we could be prepared and also we could be ready for this and face them. And I see K. Williams was saying you are speed talking again. Slow down, stay from the coffee, relax. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm very sorry. Sorry, K. Williams. I've not even noticed I'm speed talking, but I'm very sorry, family. In case you didn't hear what I was talking about South Sudan with the clashes, and also I talked about Sudan. What is happening in Sudan? That's the region, Sudan's region of Darfur. They are experiencing heavy flooding, and it is not a nice thing, or it is a very negative thing to be reporting that is happening in our African countries. But anyway, we shall take a short musical break to ease up my speed. I'm sorry about that again, family, but in case you missed anything, do let me know because I was talking about Sudan. Yes, welcome back. Hi, kid.
Good afternoon, Katie. How are you today?
I'm fine. How about you?
I'm good. I'm going through Dallas, Texas. Yeehaw!
What are you doing during this particular weekend?
What did I do this weekend? Not a damn thing.
A lot of sleeping?
A
lot of sleeping?
No, I was working most of the weekend.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm way over here in Dallas, Texas right now. But I tried to do a show Saturday, and I think YouTube shut it down.
Why?
YouTube said no. Yeah, I was trying to do a show Saturday night. YouTube said no.
I'm sorry about that. I was talking about what is happening in Sudan, but moving on away from that, we shall go to Ghana. And right now, Ghana has confirmed that they have confirmed a first case of a deadly virus, that is the Marburg virus. Sorry, and they're saying that Ghana.
Do they, Katie? Do they? They got the Marburg. Do they, Katie? Do they? Really? Really? All right. Go ahead.
Ghana has confirmed its first 2 cases of deadly Marburg virus, a highly infectious disease in the same family as the virus that causes Ebola. It says both patients died recently in hospital and in the southern Ashanti region. And they're saying that their samples came back positive earlier this month and have now been verified by a laboratory in Senegal. Health officials in the West African nation says 98 people are now under quarantine as suspected contact cases. But you wonder why do we have to it's not even clear how these diseases get to Africa because they say that the first cases have been.
I get there. The WHO says it's there. That's why the white man says it's there, and these puppets say, "Yeah, white man, it's here." And since most Africans are ignorant, they say, "Yeah, it's here. Let me put on 5 masks. Let me walk around with 5 masks, Katie."
It still doesn't make sense. Why do you have to bring this disease to us because you want to destabilize the country and keep us in quarantine, and you want the economy of the country to go down.
I need you Negroes to take the big ugali, Katie. That's the plan. I need you Negroes to be scared, and I need to put mandates so you would take the big ugali that's giving everybody free naps, Katie. You get a free
And
nap.
that's why they
When
came
you get
forth
the
and said, continue.
go ahead, say it again. No, go ahead, Katie. Go ahead.
Okay, that's why they came forth and said that in Africa we are at a risk of getting animal to people diseases, and it doesn't make sense. Why in Africa?
Well,
Is it only Africa that has animals?
Because Africa's rich, Kate. I want it. It's like being in your house. I want the shit that's in your house. I want it. I want it. I feel you're a moron. You're stupid. You don't deserve it. I want it, Katie. I want everything in your house. I don't believe you should have the house, and I want it. So if I want it, I'm gonna have to do everything I can do to get you out of there. So ask yourself, why are there all these biolabs in Africa? Why you got the Africans don't know you got biolabs all around Africa? Why? Why you got biolabs all around Africa? From Ghana to Guinea, they went down to Zimbabwe. I think they're trying to open one. That would have been another one that the WHO would have opened up in Kenya. Why are there biolabs? Oh, to release these wicked ass diseases out there. Huh? I got to tell African people, like Joey did, you must know your history. Since you don't know it, I can tell you any dumb thing. And you don't know that Africa never had any diseases. None. N-O-N-E. Until the white man showed up. And now Africa's full of diseases. How's that possible? Just ask. I'm just asking. I'm stupid. I'm stupid. I'm just asking. Somebody help me understand. Help me. Go ahead, Kate.
Yeah, and right now they are making people in Ghana to stay under quarantine or to stay not in contact with people because they are saying
Now, if they shut down Ghana, Katie, it's going to completely collapse this time. It's already on the verge of collapse. It's on the verge of collapse right now. If you look at Kenya's on that. Kenya's on there too. If you look at if you put up Google, say what are the 20 most vulnerable countries that are on the verge of collapse? See what they give you. One of the 20 most vulnerable countries that are on the verge of collapse, economic collapse, on the verge of economic collapse. Kenya's right behind Ghana too. Yeah. What are the 20 countries on the verge of economic collapse? Also in Africa, Angola was on there. Nigeria was on there. Ethiopia was on there. What's on there? Zimbabwe, of course, they always on there. Namibia's on there. I was like, damn, Namibia. Namibia's usually well run, but Namibia's on there. I don't know. Ghana, Kenya.
Okay, I'm not seeing any country. I don't know why they're not giving me an answer. They're saying
I think
all the places.
What's it saying?
They're saying that all debt crisis, World Bank documents, reversing the spiral. I don't get what they're even talking about.
Oh, that echo's so bad. I can't understand nothing you said, kid. That echo, we got to fix that echo. That echo is terrible. That echo is bad. Yeah, the echo. Yeah, the echo is bad. You can't. Yeah, it's an echo, Kate. It's bad. Bad.
Oh, I'm sorry. Okay, I think we shall try and work on it.
Yeah, I gotta get you guys on the weekend to work on it. We gotta get that echo. That echo been there since you guys since we started over there. That echo's terrible. Uh, see, and I give you no countries, and I'm saying say list of countries. Say list of countries that are on the verge of economic collapse. A list of countries that are on the verge of economic collapse.
Okay.
They give me anything now?
Not yet.
No.
Stop singing.
you telling me to stop singing? Look.
Stop. Okay, I see Nigeria. We have Angola, Nigeria,
Yep.
South
Yep.
Africa.
Yep. South Africa, Angola. Told you Angola, South Africa, Nigeria. Okay, go ahead. I know those on the list. Yep.
Somalia, South Sudan.
Well, we knew Somalia was going. You knew Somalia was going to be on there. Couldn't be a list without Somalia, Katie. South Sudan. Who else?
Okay, they're not giving me so many countries. I don't know why.
But damn, ain't all them countries in Africa. God damn. Shit. They ain't got no countries outside of Africa. All those countries are vertical collapse. Every last one of them was an African country. You know why? Because they're ruled by despots. Because they're ruled by despots. And they're the mismanaged countries by Africans that are controlled by white people. That's why. Somalia is a basket case too. Oh man, is Somalia even a real country? That's a good question about Somalia. Shit.
It's the worst place to be in on the continent.
Oh man, hell no. That's white man's done so much damage in Somalia. It's called Somalia, but it doesn't even run. It doesn't work as a real country. That shit there, boy. Whoa. I'm not going to Somalia. Never. You know. They can say, Keith, we seen the rebirth of Jesus in Somalia. I said, good luck, nigga. I'm not going. You say hi to white Jesus for me in Somalia. I'm good. I'm good.
Mm-hmm.
I have
and
a lot.
that guy is asking, what do you think about Rwanda?
Rwanda's also on that list too. It took a lot of loans. Rwanda just better managed, but I seen a list. I was surprised to find Rwanda's name on there too. So Rwanda with Kagame has took a lot of loans. Kagame, even though he's taking that money, he's put the money into the country instead of in his own damn pocket. Majority of the money, he's made sure the country has got developed. Now, it still might collapse because it's got a lot of loans. I knew Tanzania wasn't going to be on there because Magufuli had put Tanzania right, but it might be in the future because you got that puppet lady in there. But Rwanda, it's on that list too. I was surprised. I was like, damn. So the government's been taking a lot of damn loans and not paying them back. But
and if Rwanda is on that list, which country do you think will survive in Africa? If Rwanda, we say that Rwanda is somehow better, or the countries.
It's better managed. Rwanda's better.
Other African countries, we can't compare Rwanda with Nigeria or Kenya.
Yeah, but Rwanda's better managed and they're becoming better educated. They might be able to survive because they're better educated. Not that because it's starting to become more developed, is that the education is starting to be actually educated. So the countries that will survive a collapse will be the more educated ones, the ones that are not caught in religious dogma and don't know how the world works. Sad enough, most African countries, like Joby was doing Nigeria, they don't. The ignorance in Africa it's on purpose, but it's frightfully dangerous. It's very dangerous to be that ignorant in today's society, in today's world, because you have people that will pry on you and don't the nature of the European is predatory. He's an animal. So you are the prey. If you don't know you're being preyed upon and you don't understand your own history and who you are in relation to this European, it's gonna be pretty rough for you. Because you have no clue. You too busy fighting over pastoral land. I'm gonna go in your pasture and graze my cattle. When a white man comes, they said, niggas, all your cattle's getting killed, and you all gonna be working as slaves. That's what I'm gonna do. So shut the fuck up. I don't care about who cares about who. If I wanna come in and take both you goofy niggas' land, that's what I'm gonna do. Especially if I find oil or any kind of minerals on that land. Diamond, gold, cobalt. I'm gonna put you and your children to work. That's what I'll do. And you can cry about your goofy cows. The cows are God. I'm going to kill every last one of them. And what are you going to do? Absolutely nothing. Because you don't have any power. You fight me over dumb shit instead of understanding how power works. So I think South Africa will, because of the development of the country, a little more educated. They know this white man is their enemy. And they know what's going on. I get going. They know. For any other African country, Africans in South Africa, they know the European ain't no damn good. Hey, Katie, do me a favor. Go to YouTube. Go to YouTube.
I thought you wanted me to say that name.
No. Go to YouTube and pull up the recent South African uprising. What was that, last year or 2 years ago? It might have been 2 years. We laughed at Tempo, making fun of Tempo. We told Tempo, hey, when you guys uprise and try to go against the Europeans, Temple, did you steal all that equipment? Temple, did you steal some of that damn? Because they robbed all the malls and stores. The reason why they robbed the stores and the mall because the African is still impoverished in his own country, South Africa. White people own everything in South Africa. Africans don't own anything in their own country. So they were going and robbing the store, but then they felt all guilty. Black people started giving the stuff back. Here, white man, we stole it. Take some of it back. I'm not giving shit back. Stolen the damn country. I'm not giving you nothing back.
Okay, I have it.
All right, go ahead. This gotta happen all over Africa, but it's gotta be organized. There you go. So they stealing all kind of shit, Katie.
The city of Durban, the house of frenzy.
There you go.
That came from this disputing. There was an agenda towards the police couldn't off guard.
But this isn't what government failure looks like. What is?
No, it doesn't mean that it's government failure. People are willing to lay down their lives in defense of the ideas that President Jacob Zuma stands for.
So what next? Shell shock nation.
Reason why this happens because the Africans of South Africa are in poverty. They're impoverished. So when you're impoverished like this, This would happen. When you're impoverished like this is what happens, and you're trying to overthrow these Europeans and get control back as a country. South Africa is a very unusual place. You got a minority white people who are the small minority ruling the majority African population. Them and the East Indians and the Asians have all the money, while the Africans live in complete poverty, the majority in South Africa. It's a very racist, segregated country. That's why they know this white man ain't their friend. We're going, Katie.
A lot has changed. It is calmer. Big cleanup operation underway. For me, the big question, though, is whether what happened here was just a week of mayhem and fury and anarchy, or whether it was something much more deliberate, much more orchestrated, and perhaps unfinished.
Today in Durban, gunfire has been replaced by the sound of shovels and brooms. And on a street where every single shop was looted, we found a young entrepreneur inspecting the ruins.
They took everything. They didn't even leave a mere hairdryer or a comb. Everything was taken in one day. There was a point in life where I thought, you know what, I'm going to be...
Because you've been made servants in your own land. Servants in your own land.
It is very sad.
Okay, where to from here now?
This was the trigger for me. Crowds gathering to protest against the imprisonment of this man, former President Jacob Zuma, found guilty of contempt of court. Zuma's supporters reacted with fury. Keyboards blocked, but on Twitter, Zuma's own daughter accused of fanning the flames. Within hours, a Durban businessman was filming this as the violence spread across the city and beyond.
It was one of the other, just as if they were all on a WhatsApp group together and they knew exactly what was going to happen.
It seemed coordinated. Municipal communication infrastructure deliberately set on fire, but Zuma's allies visible on the...
We own the country. We are the wealth, and we're not giving the country back to these big ass. We stole the country and we're going to keep it.
Definitely deliberate in the beginning.
Why do you say that?
Just because of the way it was orchestrated and how they went for specific malls or specific distribution sites. They knew exactly what they were doing. But there was a time where, I think it was about Tuesday or Wednesday, that I realized that it was bigger than most leaders that instigated this. No one could control it.
It is extraordinary to consider that a faction within South Africa's governing ANC was unleashing anarchy.
Started as a mobilization around the former president, but it became something uncontrollable.
It became something uncontrollable, but it started, it was deliberately started.
Was deliberately started, orchestrated, but it then became uncontrollable and had element of criminality, an element of undermining the state. Hence, we agree with the president on insurrection.
Do you agree that the ANC has a rotten part of it that is causing anarchy in this country?
Well, I would say there are challenges of unity is, but
Were these riots happening only in the capital of the country, or it is everywhere in the country?
No, it was everywhere, Katie. But just in the capital, it was all throughout South Africa. Because those people are impoverished. African people are impoverished in South Africa, Katie. When you go there, it hurts, it'll break your heart. You know, you go there because you'll see the country's rich, but the Africans are not. The country's a rich country, it's a very developed country, nice, but the Africans don't live nice, Kate. The Africans live in poverty. They're treated like shit, and they're the majority in the country. They're treated like shit. They're the servant class. They do the work. The white people get all the money. White people own all the stores. White people own all the restaurants. White people own all the hotels. White people own it all, Katie. and black people are the servants. They just showing that because that's probably the most, because that's the capital. But it happened. That uprising was all throughout South Africa. It was like two years ago.
I try to ask myself what could happen if this or might happen in Kenya. What would happen?
But what happened was Kenya would be different. South Africa is not as tribal as Kenya. I told you, when white people control countries, they don't want to have no tribe. They don't want to deal with no tribe. They see y'all as black, all as niggas. They don't fuck your tribe. I don't care about your stupid tribe. You're black to me. That's where you're gonna be treated as black. You're not gonna get no special treatment because you're a Kikuyu or you're a Louis. You niggas all get back because you're black. You'll do what the fuck you're told to do. That's the way they run countries here, where they run them everywhere, and black people are in them. So they uprose. It was disorganized. In Kenya, it'll be organized because you'll be fighting your own government, and it'll look like you. But the same tactic that Joby showed you doing her show, white people fund black militaries and your police to make sure you don't overthrow their white rule. Those police and from Uganda to Kenya to Nigeria are funded by Europeans to make sure you niggas stay poor, dumb, and down. When you uprise, I'm bringing out the military against you. You got to overthrow the military. You got to kill the military. That's what's going to have to happen. They were just unorganized in South Africa. It was an uprising, but it wasn't organized. Everybody just, it's more like people blowing off steam for being impoverished and tired of being poor, tired of being treated like shit in your own country. You see white people got all the money, Asians got all the money, these Indians got the money, you ain't got shit, and you're in Africa. So it was like an emotional, it's almost like your panic attack. It's an emotional release. Everybody just said, fuck it. They went crazy. So that's what happened, because people just said, fuck it. And everybody started looting and tearing shit up, burning shit down. They were beating up on the Indians. And it's funny, they don't play tribal games like Africans. The Indians say, oh, they're beating up on Indian people in South Africa. Yeah, you know why? Because the Indians are racist as shit. Not just in South Africa and Kenya, Tanzania. The British brought them bastards in. And you know they're racist as shit, Katie. Just in Kenya. So they went after their ass in South Africa. They went to killing their ass. Why they ain't go back to India? The Indians all on TV. This gonna have to stop. They're racially killing Indians in South Africa. They didn't say they were different tribes. They knew they Indian people. They said, hey, you niggas gonna stop killing the Indian people. We're gonna go to war. That's what India said. We're gonna go to war with you South African motherfuckers. Better stop killing our people. Because nobody plays differences but African people. Indians don't think they have different tribes. Even they call themselves a tribe in Kenya now. They have title to the Kenyan land. They don't think they're different Indians as from Kenya to being in India, being down in South Africa. Only African does that. You say, I'm a Kikuyu. Then what are you in South Africa? When you meet another African look just like you. Oh, they're a different tribe. Indian don't think no shit like that. Indian say, I'm an Indian in Kenya, and I'm an Indian goddamn South Africa, and that's my brother. From Tanzania to wherever you find these no good bastards at. But go ahead, Katie.
Okay.
And it's able to discuss an internet. Anyone who was involved in
and guess what, Katie? The white people had the guns, Katie. Africans didn't have no guns in South Africa. So the white people were shooting the shit out of these Africans. The regular people. The regular civilians that live in South Africa. And when the Africans uprose, Africans didn't have the gun. White men had the gun. They were shooting the shit out of these Negroes.
They were defeated.
Yeah, they got defeated. They got defeated.
Now imagine if we had weapons.
Huh?
Now imagine if African people had weapons. They had guns.
That's right. They got guns. African people don't got guns. Why you have a gun? They tell you, we got Jesus. The white man said, yeah, we gave you Jesus. We'll keep the gun, nigga. You keep Jesus, we'll keep the gun. Go ahead, Katie.
Disruption after arrested and prosecuted. Actions in South Africa come to something unstoppable. Internal variables. Okay, let's go. The police were overwhelmed. Vigilante groups took over. In a city with a history of racial tensions, some communities turned on each other. Perhaps that was also part of the plan. In the suburb of Phoenix, Marvin Government watched neighbors grabbing guns and blocking roads.
The type of military insurgency that was actually used on the residents, you had people that were heavily armed, that were attacking the communities. These were into a normal.
So there's uneasy tension in the country. These Africans know that this crack ain't no good. And the cracker don't want to let South Africa go because it's rich. They've been there for hundreds of years. They're not trying to leave that country. They own it all. From the diamonds to the gold, to everything. They know these Africans don't like their ass. And so what? We run the country. You can have a black president all day. He does what we tell his ass to do. We run the goddamn country. Because we the money. So, the Africans just got upset of being impoverished and treated like shit, but they were unorganized. If you're going to have an uprising, you must be organized. You got to have some kind of organization. You can't just go out the street, start doing shit. You don't got no organization. You got to come up with a plan. And then you got to be ruthless. African people don't know how to be ruthless, Kate. They don't know how to just kill at will, like same way white people do. You got to kill white people. And you got to kill their kids. And you got to take over the whole country. I'd be like, oh, why can I do that? What they did to you, dummy, that's how they got control of the country. They didn't come to South Africa and say, please, African, can you give us the country? It's yours. Can you give it to us, please? They didn't do that, Katie. They didn't come to Kenya and say, please, Kenya, can you please give us Kenya? They came in robbing, stealing, and killing.
True, they steal it. Let's continue with this.
They killed African kids in Kenya, African women, all throughout Congo, Kenya, Nigeria, Ghana, South Africa, Zimbabwe, all of Africa. They didn't come and say Africans. You think the Africans say, hey, white man, come in and take over our country and colonize us?
The direct attack on the white community was a direct attack also on the Indian community that has also been progressive in this country.
So an attempt to stir up racial tension.
Correct.
As we're talking, a neighbor approaches to tell us her husband was killed when a car deliberately charged through a makeshift roadblock. Someone even filmed the moment.
So they were guarding the entrance of this area. There was lots of people guarding every area. There was a car that came up the road and he drove in full speed, taking out 8 guys. 5 guys critically injured, which 4 passed away instantly. It was just something so ugly and so bad. So much of things and so much of lives destroyed in just a few days.
You know, their minds on, they got masks on. That's like the ignorance of African people. Still got the fucking mask. So it's crazy as cat shit. So you talking about people that cannot think. So even, it's not just in South Africa. When you go to Kenya, you see them big old tea farm. What do you think owns that shit? White people. They didn't pay nobody. They stole that land and never gave it back. You think you got this, and they got black people out in Kenya on them beautiful farms working and slaving for white people and making them money. They didn't say, hey, African people, can you please give us your land? Of course, white people, we want to give you all our land. Yeah.
Take it. You can have it.
Take it. Look, and you give us this Bible for all this land? Oh, thank you for the Bible. And you got all our land. Thank you. This is a great trade, Katie. You give me a book, and you get all my land. Wow. This is a great trade.
Benefit out of it. Nothing.
At some point, it's clear the anarchy developed its own momentum. But surely the authorities should have seen this coming.
We cannot say the government failed. We were surprised to see this kind of mobilization. Obviously, it was fueled by some socio-economic challenges, such as high levels of...
I understand, Katie. Even though they put this down, you know the people are still raging with revolution in their heart, baby.
True.
Failure looks like what is.
No, it doesn't mean that it's government failure.
Today, Zuma's supporters remain defiant, insisting that the violence here was a legitimate reaction to a deeply unequal society.
From where I come from, President Jacob Zuma is loved by his people. People are willing to lay down their lives in defense of the ideas that President Jacob Zuma stands for. Majority of the people who are black who went to malls and everywhere to loot. They were carrying no spears.
And let me tell you something, James. A lot of people that you see in South Africa today came from Kenya. About 400 or 500 years ago, that's a fact. Yes.
How?
I mean, how? Because they were fighting tribal wars. Africa, Katie, was not going to have borders back then. People walked freely through Africa. So a lot of people from Mount Kenya were fighting wars against other tribes, and they said, fuck it, and left, and started going southward. And so a lot of you see are in South Africa today. Told you, that's why Africa is so important that you know it. Go ahead, Kate.
Who became victims of war, victims of people who were shooting them in the name of protecting private property.
That's why if you go to South Africa, Katie, you're not a fool. Or anywhere in Africa.
But I think we shall stop with the video here, and we go back to the main focus of the day, because there was this thing I wanted us to discuss, and it is about what is It is about what is happening right now in DRC Congo. And in Congo, there are some Chinese who are mining cobalt. And
it's about slave labor. All they did was look for the white people. Yeah, it's about slave labor that they put in those children. Same thing white people did in the Congo. As slave labor, they were cutting off their hands. Same thing.
So these Chinese have come to the African countries, and right now they are exploiting young children, of which they take young children to the mines. They make them work very hard, and very tiresome, and the work is very tiresome. And then at the end of the day, the money you get is very little, and they are exploiting young children in these mines, and of which we know that they are not protected. Do you remember there was an incident that happened, and miners that they were buried by the soil, and up to date, they even never told us that the other two bodies were discovered, and also it was a Chinese mine. So these people are not even guaranteed safety whenever they are doing that work. But the government are still allowing this to happen. And China is exploiting children in the Democratic Republic of Congo, forcing them to work under hazardous conditions to mine the cobalt that powers electronic devices and electric cars. Witnesses at a congressional hearing on a human rights violation testified this week. And on the back of trafficked workers and children laborers, China exploits the vast cobalt resources of the DRC to fuel the economy and the global agenda. And it is the Chinese communist parties quest for cobalt for batteries and lithium for solar panels to power the so-called green economic motives. Human rapacity, as an estimated 40,000 children in Congo toil in non-regulated artisanal mines under hazardous conditions. And this is not good, and the government is saying this. They are clearly saying this, but they won't come to the rescue of these children, because also it is not a good thing. Seeing that a child being told or being offering labor to a mine, it is not a good thing. And people are very okay with it, and they are saying that the Democratic Republic of Congo produces more than
Katie, not just exploitation in the Congo, South Africa. So you can ask yourself again, when the African people ever going to stand up and say enough to exploitation? South Africa's trying to do it, they're getting credit. But if people find you weak, Katie, and you're easy to worship other people, they will dominate you. If you're not smart enough to know that people are your enemies, and you come and say, everybody's my friend, everybody said you had me, and like a child, and you're an adult, and you don't know these people are here to exploit you and your children for the wealth of your land, they're going to do it. So
but the saddest thing of this story is that the government is very okay with it. We have human rights in the country which are trying to fight for the children's rights who are exploited in this country or in these mines. But you'll never hear the government saying that it is not right to employ children in mines. And also, it is right to guarantee safety.
You know why they're not gonna fight, Katie? Because those puppets are getting paid off by the Chinese, getting little kickbacks when the money's all theirs to begin with. And I told you, these despots don't give a shit about African people, no African children whatsoever. That's all. They are the worst. So when you say the government, these government don't give a shit about us as African people. And the African people have got to understand this. They don't give a shit. And no, Michelle, I haven't seen Janet this morning. They don't give a shit. Whether you're in Nigeria, whether you're in Kenya, they're put in power. Do not give a shit, Katie. And make sure other people can keep stealing from African people, exploiting them and mistreating them. That's the story of Black Africa. No matter what country you're sitting in. Go ahead.
But when you go deeper to these stories and you try to investigate why these children are working in these mines, the main reason is poverty. Because if your parents can afford to feed you well and clothe you well, you will not be working in those mines. If your parent is stable enough to make you stay at home or go to school, you will not be in those mines.
You got ignorant parents, Katie. That's the problem with Africa, the ignorant. And imagine how fucked up you gotta be to see children enslaved like that, working like that. Imagine how that's what the Chinese think about you. But you have more around saying Chinese are your friends. You imagine you have a child that's working like that, Acadian mines, dying, not getting paid anything, slave wages, to make sure you got a computer, make sure you got a phone, and you don't even make the shit on the continent. So you're talking about, it's very sad. That's why all these governments got to be overthrown. You exploiting your own children, and you don't see nothing wrong with it. And you got the nerve to call one of these morons his excellency and his honorable and all that old dumb shit. You got child slavery in the Congo. Child slavery over in Cote d'Ivoire, picking cocoa plants. So white people can give chocolate to the shit they don't own. That's going on in Africa. It's like that thing, the exploitation of Africa is crazy. And these despots facilitate it. And it's a sad case. Think about how the hell can you be happy to see children? Where's your Jesus? Where your Jesus at, niggas? Has Jesus got these kids in the minds? But now the white man and his white Jesus ain't got these kids out the mind. They want to put them in it. You still worship this cracker.
They don't even feel ashamed. They don't even care about whomever they are employing, regardless of their work will be done. They don't even care. And even the health of their workers, they don't care. The safety of their workers, because you remember that story in Burkina. Was it in Burkina Faso where 4 people, what they 8 or 4, who were buried in a mine, and the 4 bodies were found and the others were not discovered. Until today, we've never heard of them talking about it because they completely forgot about the story and they don't care about those black people.
No, they don't. Oh, they don't. You're talking about what are the mines in Burkina Faso that collapsed? That's what we're talking about.
Yeah.
Because I think they all died. If they didn't, they'd be dead by now. I think the story was not covered anymore. You're right. That was a Canadian company in Africa. And all these companies are non-African. Africa doesn't know shit in his own continent. He's a slave. Get down and get the minerals, nigga. Little nothing. So we take it back to Europe and refine them and make products and sell them back to you at a high-ass price. So it's imagine you seeing children out there doing this. You're talking about how wicked and evil this is. But African people, we got to start blaming ourselves. This is slavery by any other name. And that's an act of war. And then you let another race of people come and enslave your children, and you do nothing about it. First is what's wrong with the fucking African man? Let's go back to men. You deserve no respect. Can't even protect your own goddamn children. Because this go ahead, Katie.
True, it is very sad, and I hope sometime or someday we'll get a person who is concerned about these things that are get to happen, or we will get to elect a person who feels the pain of like the pain we are feeling right now, seeing that these children are being exploited and with no pay. And also you find that these children are not even provided helmets, because the helmets are not even made for little little people. They are not made for a small person to fit their head in. So you find that these children are working even barefooted. And this is poverty that is leading them out.
And they're paid little to nothing, Katie. Little to nothing.
Mhm.
It doesn't pull them out of poverty. And I would bet, and I would bet some are not even paid. Some are kept there as slave workers. I would bet that. And what are these leaders doing? Oh, absolutely nothing.
Mhm. Yeah, they do
Listen,
absolutely nothing, and you'll find that even they are even involved in this coming, because we found that
of course.
like the same thing we saw that Kenyatta told the ports we have in Kenya. It's the same thing. They are involved in these mines. They are the ones selling off these mines to these Chinese, or even they are the one giving them licenses to operate in these mines, of which they don't even take care. Whatever is happening in these mines, they don't even act concerned at all until the people comes up complaining, and they won't even do about anything about it, because they don't care at all.
Got that right. Got that right, Katie. I do not care. I'm gonna let you know I don't care. I don't give a shit. I got my little money from the Chinese. You shut your mouth. You know, I do, like Joby said, I do an extrajudicial killing of your ass. You're gonna shut your mouth and do what you're told.
Mhm.
And we're gonna keep on robbing African people. We're gonna keep you impoverished and ignorant until enough of you come together and stop us. You're not gonna do that because you're tribal. So that works in my benefit.
It is very sad, but I hope we'll finally get a leader who will feel the pain of the Africans and get concerned with whatever happens in Africa. But family, we are coming to the end of our show for today. Asanteni sana for being with us, and I'm very sorry for not reading your comments today. But I had kids that was going through them. I'm very sorry. I couldn't read them when I was sharing the video, but I'm very sorry about that. And asanteni sana for all those who have been with us on today's episode. Thank you, Kay Williams. Thank you, Ricardo Bradford, with your long messages. Thank you, Sister Michelle, and George Guy as well. Asante sana. Hope to see you on the next episode of the Rhythm Scoop Show. Kwaherini and Matlab. Do remember to take care of yourself, and also remember to like.
Katie said. Katie trying to plot my Swahili. Don't think your Swahili's better than mine, Katie. I'll show you. Go ahead, family. Much love.
Much love, family. Until the night is over.
Lost. I don't know. What is he saying, Katie, when he's singing a song? What is he saying? I don't know what the hell he's saying.
This song? Or the other one?
Not that one. I know what he's saying when he's saying, I never know what he's saying lost.
Last. LAST.
Huh?
Last.
Yeah, I never know what the hell he's saying.
He says last. LAST.
Okay.
Yeah. Until the night is over. I wanna hold you so tight, coming close. It's been a hell of a ride.
Sing it, Katie. Sing it. I don't care what the stop the BS says about you. I say you can sing a little bit. Maybe not a lot, but a little bit.
Zion, let you from my hand, hold you from my hand, hold you from my hand, hold you from my hand.
Oh, what they
Go
say?
ahead,
Would you pop?
Amy.
Hold on, would you pop my head? Is that what it said? What would you have? Is that thing saying, would you pop my head?
For my hand. For
Oh.
my hand. Yeah.
Oh, okay.